An environmental catastrophe on the California coast. Sandy beaches fouled by globs of tar. Shorebirds wading through wetlands soaked in oil. A burst pipeline from an offshore oil rig gushed 500,000 liters of crude into the Pacific. From the air, the oily sheen covers parts of the ocean's surface. Beaches along a large stretch of coast are now closed.
We know that there is oil ranging from Huntington Beach, and now we know as far down as Laguna. And likely continuing to move in a southerly direction.
The area is so popular with swimmers, surfers, and sunbathers that Huntington Beach is nicknamed Surf City, USA. Coastal conservation advocates are devastated.
You know, it's kind of a sense of, really sadness and tragedy, combined with the sense that you kind of knew it's inevitable.
Emergency crews at sea and on land are laying floating barriers to try to contain the oil and prevent even more damage. A number of birds soaked with oil have been rescued, but the impact of the spill will be felt throughout the ecosystem of beaches and coastal marshes, say environmentalists.
It's going to get onto the rocks and under the rocks, and it's going to also settle in different places in the levels of the water. So there's going to be some on top. They're going to try to skim as much of that off as they can, but some of the oil could settle to the bottom and just stay down there for a while.
The cleanup will likely take months. There are 23 oil platforms off the California coast. All of them date back at least to the 1980s. For years, environmentalists have been warning that aging oil industry infrastructure and pipes, together with lax regulation, are a recipe for disaster. The company that operates the pipeline, Texas-based Amplify Energy, emerged from bankruptcy protection just 4 years ago. It has a long record of violating federal environmental laws. Amplify Energy's CEO says it's unknown what caused the spill, but the pipeline has been shut down.
There is no active leak that we are aware of, and especially in that specific area that we've identified.
Environmentalists say the only way to stop future spills is to shut down the offshore rigs for good.
This is a wake-up call that we need to stop offshore drilling off our coastline.
The damaging spill comes amidst a national effort to switch to clean sources of energy, a major part of President Joe Biden's proposed infrastructure legislation. Rob Reynolds, Al Jazeera, Huntington Beach, California.